I've tried countless times to put into words the adventures we go on and the situations we get into, and I just can't seem to do it. So we're going to show you. We're an international auction company specializing in all things vintage power, antique tractors, vintage cars and trucks, motorcycles, signs, and memorabilia. We're not just auctioneers, we're collectors with a passion for every item we sell. But it's not just about the items, it's also about the people. We get to experience, share, and tell the history of our past. Every day is different in the auction industry. You just never know what's coming next.
On this episode, Alex unwraps a package from Australia, Roger takes a look at a collection in Ohio, and Kurt and Alex go for a joyride.
Aumann Auctions was founded in 1962 by Nelson Aumann. Kurt Aumann, Nelson's son, has been in the auction business almost his entire life. At age 13, Kurt was the youngest auctioneer in the state of Illinois. The company started with local farm auctions and slowly grew into a national company, conducting auctions all over the United States. Over the years, the company became known for selling all things vintage power. Kurt is also a collector of vintage power, with a passion for agricultural history. Kurt has put together a team of professionals who also have a passion for the items they sell.
At Aumann Auctions, preparations are in full swing for their annual Pre-30 auction, which sells all kinds of agricultural items prior to 1930. Almost daily, items are dropped off by consigners from all over the United States, and this year from Europe and Australia.
Perfect. All right, I'll meet them out back. So it looks like we've got our container all the way from Australia in, and we're ready to unload. This should match up with your deck height. So I'll get that out of the way, and then I'll get some equipment out and we'll pull it out. It's a beautiful morning at about 15 degrees, and we've got our container in, so we got to get everything warmed up and ready to go. Looks like it made it all right. So it does look like it's a pretty tight squeeze in that container. We figured it would be. So we're gonna get the trucker backed up here and get this thing unloaded.
This Type D Titan is just one of thousands of items selling on the Pre-30 auction. It includes antique tractors, vintage trucks and cars, gas engines, motorcycles, signs, and memorabilia. To make this auction run smoothly, it takes a dedicated, detail-oriented staff who puts in long hours to make it a success. Every day is something different, and every day brings new challenges.
With this being so tight, you know, we've got to make sure to keep everything straight. That way we're not, because we've only got, you know, a couple inches of clearance on either side getting it out. We'll get all the parts and all that first and get that set up, and then get the tractor pulled out. Well, we'll get a few things off of this here so we can get it unstrapped and ready to go. It's kind of amazing that this was out in the wild and nobody really knew about it to speak of. A few people knew, but that was it. I wonder if they had lights on this at some point. Now, here comes the fun part. I gotta go to the front.
When we come back, Alex gets into a tight situation, and Roger checks out some heavy collectibles.
Now, here comes the fun part. I gotta go to the front. That's all right. Cody, what we're gonna have to do is get it hooked up to a push-pull bar.
Yeah.
And just get it hooked up right now. I gotta get these little jacks out from under it. And we're gonna have to push it forward a couple inches so I can unhook the chains and then we can pull it out.
This is not Alex's first rodeo. It seems every day something is either being shipped out or brought into the auction center. The moment a container arrives, a 1-hour countdown begins. If they can't unload it within that hour, they get charged for every minute that truck sits idle. So it's important Cody and Alex work as a team to get everything unloaded quickly and safely.
Type D Titan. This will be the third one in the United States. Super rare. Comes Alex.
Alex Fuselier was a city slicker from Madison, Mississippi, who moved to Nokomis, Illinois to work for Aumann Auctions. His interests slowly changed from vintage cars to antique tractors. Now Alex is a passionate collector of antiques and equipment from the pre-1930 era.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's tight. Oh, she's tight.
All right, Cody. Here's her back.
Is that first time touching U.S. soil?
Good job. Yeah, that's why I took that. First time touching U.S. soil.
Hold up. Cody.
Oh. How you feeling?
Well, pretty good, but we got to get the front end moved over just a hair to get it out. We're trying to move the front end over just to get it away from the wall, but because the steering is tight, it's probably frozen just from sitting for so long. We have to move the front end over and then we'll roll it out and then we'll get it all oiled up and see if we can get it free. Let's come up just a little bit and pull back. Just take it easy. Pull just a little bit. Okay.
Alex also owns a 20 horsepower tractor made by the International Harvester Company, but his model is a Mogul, not a Titan. They are from the same company, but they were built in completely different factories and have two completely different designs.
Last year, Alex had the chance to drive one of the few remaining examples of this tractor when he was in Coldwater, Michigan, cataloging the Graham Sellers Collection auction. The tractor is powered by a single-cylinder 20 horsepower engine with heavy cast iron flywheels that allow it to operate at about 250 revolutions a minute. In comparison, the engine in a 6-cylinder Ford F-150 operates at between 2,000 and 5,000 revolutions a minute. This single-cylinder engine has 902 cubic inches of displacement, or almost the same displacement as 3 Chevrolet 8-cylinder 350 engines. Its ignition comes from not a spark plug, but from an igniter, coil, and battery, which sparks when the 2 points are pulled apart. The tractor back in Nokomis will need hundreds of hours of work to operate like the one in Michigan.
We've got it out of the container now. A few things we're going to look at real quick with it. You know, we noticed as soon as we started kind of getting it pulled out that the steering, it wouldn't steer at all. So obviously something's either rusted tight, so we've got to get that freed up, or you know, we'll check and see if something is broken. But I think it's just rusted tight. Basically, the steering comes down into you know, a worm gear right here, and this turns, that worm gear turns another gear right here that turns this shaft, and that is the steering chains. So it pulls the chains this way or this way, whichever it tightens. So this is really what we need to look at to see why things are tight, and you know, maybe if we can get that oiled down and kind of cleaned up a bit. It may just be caked full of grease, but you can see there's an oil cup lid right here, so we could you know, pop this lid off, take a look at the gear, make sure it's all intact and everything's fine, and then we'll see about maybe getting it cleaned up and oiled down to where we can steer it a little easier for moving around the yard and for the auction. So we just pulled this off, and as you can see, the snow on the ground here, it's a little cold. There is water, or was water, built up that's now turned to ice. That's the reason why we're not steering. So so basically we've got to get the water out and get that freed up. But gear looks all good, greasy, no problems. Yeah, it looks good.
Dan, don't touch this thing once it gets going. It will burn right through your skin. The outside too.
Good. You got a lighter? Go ahead. I got it.
Well, I'm gonna stay the hell away from it. Block the wind.
Get more.
Meanwhile, Roger Johnson is in Ohio. He'll be cataloging an auction with brothers Larry and Mark Fisher, who are selling their father's collection.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
how you doing? Good to see you.
You too.
Larry, Mark, how's it going
Good,
today? Well, you got another auction here for me, huh? You got some stuff for me to look at?
Yeah, we're running out of stuff.
All right.
Not quite yet.
All right. So, like, you got some tractors, anvils,
Yep.
cars, different things to look at. So
A lot of parts.
a lot of parts
Lot of
too.
parts, yep.
Okay. All right. Well, good deal. Well, let's take a look. See, what do you want to show me first? Here?
Sure. Well, this is the anvil room if you want to come in.
All right. Wow. You got quite a spread here. This is awesome. Awesome. Oh, guys, before I forget, too, I brought along a couple girls with me, going to help catalog and do some photoing today.
Hi.
Got an awesome crew. They're an awesome crew. This is Shannon and Callie. Well, so you kept a few pedal tractors, huh?
Yeah, you know, with the a lot of them are the 48,000s because that was the first pedal tractor we had when we were kids, and our grandpa bought a 48,000 when they came out in the late 60s.
Awesome.
And Dad always gave grandkids a pedal tractor on their first birthday, so we kept enough to keep that tradition going.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great tradition.
Charlie Fisher collected pedal tractors for over 20 years and accumulated an incredible collection. It contained over 800 pedal tractors, featuring a wide range of brands, including a variety of custom-built models, vintage originals, and new unopened boxed pedals.
And as far as like the question of how he ended up with 807, to be honest with you, that's we really don't know the answer. He was the type of person, once he got into something, he was committed. I think at one point he heard that the biggest pedal tractor collection in the world was 600 or 700. So there was a while there where he wanted to get over and have the most in the world. I don't know if was accurate or not, but as far as we know, he had, with 806 or 7, he had the most that anybody did.
Pedal tractors are significantly lighter than anvils. Plus, they've got wheels. To catalog these heavy anvils, Roger and his team will need all of their strength.
Looks like this round, though, we got quite an impressive collection of anvils here. What got you, Dad, started into anvils? I know the pedal tractors blew my mind, but now I'm looking at a room here. I walk in on There's blacksmith tools. Is this an old blacksmith shop or what? I mean, I got tools everywhere. I got anvils everywhere. Everywhere I look, there's anvils. You know, I walk around the corner, there's anvils. So I see some of them, they're marked Fisher.
Yeah, those are his favorite ones, just because it said Fisher on them. So
yeah, I bet.
he went all over Ohio looking for them. And you asked earlier that this actually was a blacksmith shop.
Yeah, yes, I see the old beams and stuff in it.
And this is actually a log cabin that was on the property, and this was built in 1820. They moved it in 1848 when they built the main house.
Oh, okay.
And this actually had the blacksmith stand in it, and that was like when we were redoing this. He bought it in the early 90s, and you know, we spent a few years redoing the whole farm and stuff. His biggest regret sat right here was that he took out the pit, the blacksmith.
There was a chimney going right straight up through the roof.
Yeah, no, man,
Yeah.
that's neat. I mean, this is a neat old farm. You got a lot of neat buildings on, a lot of old barns, and so you got tractors, cars, other stuff. You want me to look at?
Yeah, we do. In fact, we got a tractor in the other room if you want to start there.
All right, sounds great. I'll follow you.
All right.
When we come back,
Whoa! All right, what do we got here? Whoa! All right, what do we got here?
This is a 1935 Silver King. Yeah, I think this is one of the first ones that they had the rubber tires on.
Yeah.
And this was actually, he got into these because they're built in Plymouth, Ohio. These were originally called Plymouths, and they changed it to Silver King, and that's about, what, 15 miles down the road?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So did your dad, did he do his own restorations, or did he have somebody do them?
He did most of them.
Did he?
Didn't he?
Yeah, he redid most of this. He actually used to do sandblasting and painting, so he'd do all that himself.
I know you said you've got different barns with different things in them, so maybe we can go take a look at that stuff too.
Yeah.
While Roger is looking at Silver Kings, Alex is still out in the cold.
I'll just leave it all kind of halfway loose.
Oh, yeah, I planned on that because it needs greased up.
Yeah. I think we pull it backwards, and then a little bit, get it to where we can get it turned, and maybe just take it up to the front lot and take some photos of it, and then put her back in the shed.
every single item on the auction must be photographed, cataloged, and listed in the online bidding platform. There is also a massive marketing campaign that includes print publications, social media, direct emails, and targeted mailings. It takes all of these elements to make the auction a success.
This feels awesome to have this done. It is in the shed. This has been a long time coming that we've been kind of waiting for this to make it here, and it's exciting to see, you know, everything it's got on it. I mean, it's going to be a great tractor for somebody.
Oh man, I heard this thing just came in.
Yeah, just take a
Oh
look.
my God.
I know.
What is that? Oh man, I heard this thing just came in.
Yeah, just take a look.
Oh my God.
I know.
What is that?
Cummins, vintage,
Oh.
vintage Cummins.
God, this thing's like 34 or 35, isn't it?
Yep, that's what I was just looking at the date code down here, just to make sure it was correct for the tractor.
God,
So
that has got to be like one of the earliest Cummins engines.
yeah, no, and it's pretty strong coming in. We just pulled it in. So I believe the story with this one was it came out of a coal mine in Canada and did work there and was brought back and restored and still got the hydraulic dump on it.
Did you drive it in here?
I did. Well, you want to do it?
Yeah, let's take it for another
All right,
drive.
Let's do it. Decompression.
This thing is killer.
It really is. It really is.
Is this a heater?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
this is pretty high class for.
This is totally high class. That thing's awesome. You actually feel like you're working just driving it.
I know. And it's actually a better ride than what I expected.
Just imagine the loads that this thing would haul and pull.
Yeah. I mean, just filling that back bed, because I imagine this holds quite a bit. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, raise that bed.
Gauge this.
Oh, it is hydraulic.
Yeah. See, it's three-stage cylinder.
Oh my God, it is.
So the cables, when we pull it down, it'll actually pull the cables to close the tailgate.
Oh.
So once the tailgate goes down, you don't even have to get out of the truck. So you just go on. If you push that one forward, it'll start dropping the cylinders.
Unbelievable.
And it starts tightening the cables right about now and then shuts.
Shuts the tailgate.
Yeah.
Golly. That is unreal.
It's killer. That's a super nice truck.
So what gear do we have it in?
So that was first. You want to try and bump it up?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's put her in road gear. Let's pretend like we got a load of Coors from Colorado. Oh, listen to it coming.
Next time, we're back in Ohio with Roger, and Alex is in Kansas, checking out some tractors that haven't seen the light of day in years.